Isabel McCormick says, excuse me, McConnell says that that's a picture for the paper. An 83-year-old riding a scooter down the road. Folks, how are you? Isn't it a grand world? We're happy. Why are we happy? Because God creates so beautifully? Because God brought you and me together? Because we have Brother Lawrence to inspire us and to lead us, and we have Buddha Gautama to lead us, and we have Jesus the Christ to lead us, and because it's September, and because the foliage is so beautiful, and because God creates billions of leaves, billions of flowers, and because God, how many is that? 7? We have to keep counting them. We count 15 blessings every hour. Because we have been given so much. Because at this moment we are being given so much. And because we are learning that the only way to be is to be happy. That's what God wants us to be. That's why God showers all of these things down upon us and all of this joy. And how can we help but be happy? And don't let one little thing that goes astray destroy the 999,000 things that you already have. Okay, we have to do 20. We thank God for atoms and for molecules and for compounds, and out of those compounds, those basics, creating bodies that move, minds that think, minds that enjoy, hours of happiness, hours of strength. There's our 20 blessings and 15 blessings and 4 rejoices for this hour. Brother Lawrence, what can you tell us to keep us on the track? Brother Lawrence was a monk who lived in the 1600s in Paris, France. We win each day. So, adulterate, to make impure by introducing a lesser or basic foreign substance. We will not adulterate our happiness. We will not introduce anything baser or foreign to happiness. Good going.
So we will not adulterate our happiness.
Adumbrate.
To give a shadowy or sketchy representation.
To give a shadowy or sketchy representation. No. Our definition is as clear and bright and refined as anything can be.
To give a vague disclosure, we are not sketchy or shadowy. We are very well defined and forthright, are we not?
Yes.
We're telling people that we've done wrong, that we're sorry. We wish we hadn't done it. It embarrasses us. We want to atone for it, and we're ready to take the punishment for it, aren't we?
Yes.
So we're all cleaned up inside.
Yes, we are.
Don't even think of those things again. Forgive everybody and they will forgive you.
Forgive everybody and they will forgive you.
Ad valorem, to the value.
Ad valorem, to the value. What is our value? What is our value to this world? What is our value to each other? What is our value? That's good.
The value of happiness. Advance. or noticeable progress.
Advanced or noticeable progress. Advance. Are we making advance in happiness?
Advance is also to
Turn over the tape. I put these on microcassettes, and then at night I take it to bed with me, and they're nice to listen to when you fall asleep.
16B microcassette B. Fresh start.
We're going to give these batteries a fresh start.
Progress. I think we are.
You and I are charging our batteries right now.
You don't know what a big help you are. To accelerate the growth.
What is? To advance. Is to accelerate the growth. We want to accelerate our growth in happiness.
That's to advance. And we will continue to advance in happiness.
We will continue to advance in happiness.
Adventitious.
Adventitious.
Added extrinsically. Added extrinsically.
Added extrinsically.
Not essentially inherent.
Not essentially inherent.
Acquired. Accidental. Casual. What do you have to say about that?
What do you have to say about that? Acquired.
Would our happiness be rooted so extrinsically?
Could our happiness be
That it is inherent.
so extrinsically in us, intrinsically in us, that it could be inherent?
Added extrinsically, not essentially inherent. Acquired, accidental, and casual.
The opposite.
Word 146.
Accidental or casual. An adventure is a bold undertaking. It might be a good idea to change these AAA batteries also. And let's change our batteries too. An adventure is a bold undertaking in which hazards are to be met. And the outcome depends upon unforeseen circumstances.
Is that right? 146. Adventure. A bold undertaking in which hazards are to be met, and the issue hangs on unforeseen events. I love it. I love it.
But when we have our happiness, you and I, we're not worried about those unforeseen events. We know that it's God's world, and we know that it's God's will, and that we haven't changed anything about God's will and done anything wrong because we've tended to our business, our only business, which is to spread happiness and joy and gladness.
This life that we are living, trying to help everybody,
Trying to help everybody,
the animals, the plants, the people,
animals, plants, and people, is a bold undertaking,
which hazards are to be met.
which hazards are to be met. I don't see any hazards. No.
And the issue hangs on unforeseen events.
We,
We know that a perfect present, being 100% happy in God's name,
we know that a perfect present, being 100% loyal to God, to joy, to happiness, and gladness, we know that it will take care of anything in the future. And that we have nothing to worry about our past because we've been happy in the present.
that a perfect present will make a perfect past, and will make a perfect future.
Perfect present makes a perfect past and a perfect future.
Well, an adventurer
An adventurer
is not a nice word.
is not a nice word.
Maybe we shouldn't even consider it.
Maybe we shouldn't even consider it. An adventurer is one who seeks unmerited preference, or position by equivocal means. One who seeks unmerited preference or position by equivocal means. As by playing upon the credulity or prejudices of others. Oh, good. We don't want to be an adventurer. You'd think an adventurer would be a good meaning. But it's one who isn't. Pray for them.
Pray for them that they go along with God the first thing in the morning and claim that great, wonderful, beautiful treasure that God has for them.
Send them pulses of enlightenment. Send them pulses of illumination. Send them pulses of elucidation. Send them pulses of happiness, joy, gladness, peace, full development, fulfillment of their purpose in life.
And we are claiming our treasure, isn't it?
What?
All we have to do is keep our happiness.
Oh yeah, we'll be all right as long as we keep up our happiness. We win each day the happiness of life. We count our blessings, we give thanks, we give joy. Stop, stop the cruel. Stop, stop, stop the cruel. Today's joke?
The man walking down the street, holding in his arms a doll of Cocker Spaniel puppy. And he meets his friend, and he says to his friend, "What do you think of this Cocker Spaniel puppy I got for my wife?" And his friend said, "That's not a bad choice." I can tell you, as much as you said, the laughter that brought people have told us 10 or 20 times this morning on the telephone. When I did the telephone calls 71 to 80 in this segment. That disaster was really a joy. All right, adventurous.
Adventurous.
Inclined to embark on hazardous endeavors. I don't think so.
Inclined to embark upon hazardous endeavors. But we have our shield. We have our shield. We know what to do. Just spread happiness.
Happy all the time and spreading happiness.
That's our faith in God, our faith in
That was word
happiness.
148. Now 149 is adverse.
Adverse.
In the opposite direction.
In the opposite direction.
That's an adverse.
Go in one
Worry
direction.
not about adverse or adversity or adversaries, because we know that we are shielded and guarded by happiness.
Ah! Adverse winds.
Go to spread the joy of love. We win the happiness of life. We
Count our blessings, we give thanks, we give joy.
Stop.
Stop the cruel. Stop, stop, stop the cruel.
We have stopped the cruel.
Okay.
So we are happy. We don't pick on the poor little animals.
We don't pick on the animals.
Take away their freedom and their independence.
Give them their freedom and independence.
Cut them up in pieces. We don't do things like that.
No.
Adversary.
Adversary.
One turned against another.
One turned against another
With design
with a design
to oppose or resist.
to oppose or resist.
Well, we have not run into, we have not encountered any adversary. We have not encountered anybody turned against us with a design to oppose the reason. We will. We know what to do. Repent.
And send them pulses.
Okay, that's verse 141 to 1.
Pulses of joy and peace.
Now, folks, how are we going to remember these suspect words? The old, famous, tired words that we've worn out.
How are we going to remember to use these words instead of the old, tired words that are all worn out? What were they? Adulterate, adumbrate, ad valorem, adventitious, adventure, adventurer, adventurous, adverse, adversity, adversary.
Adventure, adventurer, adventure, adverse, what are you going to remember?
Let's get back to Brother Lawrence.
So that's the word from Westbrook. Telephones up. The Buddhist Center in Chicago called, and
The Buddhist Center in Chicago didn't, or hasn't,
if there's a fee, we'll pay them.
come through.
You can take her. 500 years, 2,500 years ago, 500 years before Christ.
Buddha, 500 years before Christ.
We had to go to the mailbox and open it. And then we had to
The doctor said to the patient, I have bad news and very bad news. The patient says, what's the bad news? And the doctor said, you have 2 years to live. The patient says, well, what's very bad news? And the doctor says, I forgot to tell you yesterday. Okay, here we are, back to Brother Lawrence. The patient said, Doc, to the dentist, you still haven't pulled the right tooth yet. The dentist says, no, but I'm getting closer. My soul, escaping, tiresome, discussions, attain, A, profound peace. Nice, isn't it? It's worth all, isn't it? You're not giving up anything. Only those things that hurt you. You're not sacrificing a thing. You get the best of all worlds. Your soul has found its own home. It has come to its place of rest. It has come to its place of joy, of gladness, of exuberance. At no cost. At no cost. The bad things in life cost money. The good things in life are free.
I walk before God simply, Brother Lawrence says.
And since then, I walk before God simply.
In faith and lovingly.
In,
Or do I do anything?
in faith and lovingly. I walk before God simply in faith and lovingly. I walk before God simply in happiness and lovingly. Nor do I do anything. What did he say?
That may be apart from his design.
Nor do I do anything that may be apart from his design. We know that if we stay happy and serve happiness and pass on happiness, that we are not doing anything apart from his design for you, for us. Whoopee! We get happier and happier, don't we?
Mortification
No mortification.
of me was not a necessary part of the struggle to reach God. God's love
But a regimen of saintly eating is. Yeah, you eat fruits and vegetables, that's it.
of holiness would lead to a certain degree of asceticism. But, quote,
A life of holiness will lead to a certain degree of asceticism. It would, a certain degree of denial, and a certain degree of purity.
all the possible kinds of mortification cannot abate one sin, unquote, such as sin. We won't allow any adulteration in our thought, will we?
That's an unhappy thing. You know, people think this asceticism is going to bring them closer to God. That's an unhappy thing. That's diametrically opposite.
As for the wickedness, one saw all about extremely touching. He was not at all surprised or alarmed by it.
Oh, this is good.
Told of the
Can you give me 5 minutes?
What?
Can you give me 5 minutes?
Sure, I can go get Johnny and come back.
Do you mind
Get
that?
out of school.
Yeah, do you mind that?
No.
Thanks. This is so good. This is just so good.
of the wicked in this world. He found nothing to marvel
This is so good. I want
or
this.
alarmed by it. Not at all surprised or
This is one of the 10 best parts of the whole chapter on Brother Lawrence.
we won't allow any adulteration in our thought, will we?
Not this, but what's coming.
As for the wickedness, one saw all about. This is extremely touching. He was not at all surprised or alarmed by it. Oh, when he was told of the sins of the wicked in this world, he found nothing to wonder at. On the contrary, he marveled that there were not more transgressions, considering all the corruptions into which desire can lead a person. Boy, that's Buddha through and through. I tell you, God tells people the same truth generation after generation after generation. 2,500 years ago. Remember? Since God permitted evils, that's interesting, for reasons which must be useful in his design and providence, and could readily remedy the mischief done by such his peaceful service. We got it, folks. No question what our peaceful service is.
Did I spell that for you, or did I get it through? He said, when he heard about the evil in the world, you know, when you listen to the 6 p.m. news and the television news all day, you're being manipulated by the international bankers who want you to think that God doesn't know how to run this world. Listen, very quickly, don't let that happen. When Brother Lawrence heard about the evil in the world, he said he was not surprised that it was not worse. When you consider the extremes to which a person's desire will lead him. So, he said, since God lets it exist, and that it must fit in with some plan of God, that Brother Lawrence would pray for the victims and pray for those who caused it, and then he would go about his peaceful business. What's our peaceful business? It's happiness. So no matter what evil there is in the world, we don't think about it. We just go about our job, our peaceful business, which is happiness.